Good morning, everyone. I know close to noon here in St. Louis, but welcome to Hong Kong. Yes, folks, we are at Saitek once again. And, well, we are going to take off in the Boeing 707-120. A lot of information has been cast upon me with this plane. Um, I'm just going to say, folks, it's a real good plane to fly. I'm not going to get into when, where, and how on it. Just say it's a really good plane to have in your hangar, X-planers. And this is XPlane12. And it is the Beta 6 version, B6. So if you fire up X-Plane and you haven't done it in a little bit of time, it's going to update you to 6. Hong Kong just looked, well, you're looking at it, folks. And there you have it, folks. Albeit, this airport does not come with the scenery. But, folks, that is just stellar scenery. Now, a little factoid here. I think we might hit some buildings. Oh, we didn't. Okay. We did. Hit one. Out there in the distance, hang on, we'll get around here in a second. Out around in that area is the famed, I think it's right over there now. It's not a checkerboard here. Welcome aboard, Hawker. Yes, a Boeing, 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 Boeing day. Off in the distance, and what I'm pointing at is about right here would be the famed checkerboard for, I think that's where it would be, for the famed checkerboard approach into here. Basically what that is, for those youngins out here who never heard of Saitek or heard of the famed checkerboard approach, first off, go look at it in YouTube. Secondly, basically, you fly at a checkerboard. At a particular point to that checkerboard, you turn to land. And that is what made this such a, I'm going to say infamous, but I'm being a little dramatic, I think, with that. But basically, you see what you're flying over. And yes, folks, it was built up even heavier back then, and you'd fly right over it, much like the St. Martin approach, except instead of water and sand, a whole bunch of people. So, and you watch enough videos, you're going to see some of the mishaps, we'll call them, at Saitek. So, engines scraping the runway, a couple of wingtips. I mean, folks, it's a tricky approach. But sad to say, it's no longer here. They moved just, I think, around the turn of the century, right there, 1999, 2000 time frame, and they're now out here in the Bay. I'm trying to see if I remember. I think Hong Kong is right over in here, VHHH. I think I got enough H's. So, but anyway, enough blathering. Time to get into the plane, shall we? The plane, the plane. Again, some of you youngins will never know. You think you watched the right show, but you will never know how that really went. All right, again, there's the shot here from gate Alpha 1. Let's get up into the bird, shall we? There she is, sitting out there. All right. My favorite part. Let's see. I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I got that in the way. All right. What that is when we zoom in, folks, it's that. Oh, well, it is what it is. Out of curiosity, could I don't remember. Nope, does not look like. Okay, just making sure things are working. Sometimes I come in here and they're not, so that's probably the best check. But anyway, has Lord welcome aboard. Get outside one more time for y'all. It is a 707 Freeware 120. Some people have told me this came after the 707s that were all famed with the 300s that did all the transatlantic and Pacific running. But the 100 designation in my mind says it may not be exactly 100% true. But nonetheless, it's far enough back in history, it's going to be tough to get a good answer. But this is the 707. If you would like to have it, it was made for XPlane12. The maker of it made it free to us. Are you serious? Are you starting to act up on me? There we go. You are starting to act up on me already? My bad, folks, for the distraction. I'm just kind of irritated at OBS. Sorry. Okay. It's just being, yeah, OBS. All right. So there's a link to it. It is, and you in that download, you get both XPlane11, XPlane12, plus you get the 720A and the 720E. Just basically different engines. And Haslord, thanks for the follow. We sure appreciate you coming aboard. And look forward to future flights with you. But this is the 707 freeware for XPlane. Again, started in 11, has been updated, and works in XPlane12. What doesn't work in XPlane12 is OBS. Anyway, we'll leave that for another time. OBS and XPlane12 really do not like to play nice together, with me at least. But that's a different issue for a different time for a different audience. All right, so here we are, folks. For those, again, way too young to even have known about 707s or seen one, other than maybe a KC-135, which is a derivative. Three-man cockpit. Yeah, that really was a thing, folks. The two pretty boys up front, the captain and the first officer, made to look pretty because the guy behind them, the flight engineer, did all the work. He monitored, maintained the engines, maintained the pressure, maintained the hydraulics, and probably combed their hair and brushed up their suits, you know, so they look good coming off the plane. Just kidding, folks. They all worked, but he had a lot on his plate. The other two did too. They had the hard job of trying to keep it in the air when Otto wasn't. So, I love doing that, folks. Sorry. Gotta, you know, give me a little slack there. I love poking fun up there in this plane. So, but anyway, so the three-man crew makes it, when you have three, a lot easier to fly than we in the flight sim world is just but one. So, but anyway, we are going to fire up here and get going to Bangkok. That is the flight. Let's first off do a quick pre-flight so y'all get an idea of where we're off to. And, oh yeah, this thing is already slowing down. All right, well, gotta love it. Let's try again. Oh, OBS 28. I've seen a couple of people out there in Twitch world saying it's not great. I'm going to almost have to side with them that it's not great. Oh, really? Okay, folks. Well, Now the microphone doesn't seem to want, there, kind of sort of wants to pick up, but kind of sort of is not wanting to. What the heck is going on here with OBS? I hope the audio is okay because I am showing no stream to it. And first off, if there is audio problems, folks, I do want to apologize. This is horrible what's going on right now. Loud and clear. Okay, well, we'll blast off. Oh boy. And I may not get Sim Toolkit to come up here for y'all because it's just spinning on my side. All right, well, just checked in with the CEO, no internet issues, so we know that is not causing troubles. It is just being the royal pain in the rump. All right, so there you go, folks. Sim Toolkit finally decided to pop up after many attempts. We're going to go through it quickly. So the loadout sheet is up here. So you'll see 113 people we're going to board, 24,000, call it 25,000 pounds of payload, and 44,000 pounds of fuel. We're going to start at 28,000 and see if we can't get going higher. Other than that, folks, I think that'll wrap it up. We have a standard look over here. 1,023 miles ahead of us. Should take us about 3 hours or so to get there. Scrolling down, you can kind of see the fuel. Let me go back up here. Here's the numbers for those number crunchers out there that live for numbers. Here's how the fuel breaks down. And basically that's your trip, a continuous or a contingency of 5 minutes out there, an alternate of PHS, which is VTP as in Papa, P as in Papa. It's about 100 miles north of Bangkok as I've looked on the map. And then we work our way down. Hopefully 14.5 will be in the tanks, 14,500. We'll see. And there's the route for those of you. One thing here, folks. That SIK-1A, that is an actual Saitek departure. Great for us that they're actually out there. Bad for us is you've got no fixes, you've got a couple of things to work off of to fly it, but that's about it. If they don't come up in the FMC, you can't take the flight, the flight plan, import it in, and fly it. It's just, it is what it is. So, yeah, well, we'll make do, though. Guaranteed, we'll make do. And then finally, 2 hours, 46 minutes, and there's our loadout again. All right, enough of this. Enough. Let's get to flying, shall we? Because obviously Sim Toolkit, or not Sim Toolkit, but we're just not having any fun here with OBS and XPlane12. And just pulling a couple things out of here. Alrighty. So what we've got to do here, let's kind of do a cold and dark start because, well, we have to. If you click either this spar here on the windshield or anywhere on this desktop, you're going to pull up these settings. Now, this part here is all new. This was not with the original file he uploaded just prior to XPlane12 coming on the market. And basically, it gives you an idea of your gross weight. And more importantly, you can change visually the HF antenna on the tail. You can have it, as I do, or you can have a bare tail. Now, what does that look like? Okay, what we're talking about here is this antenna right here. You can either select to have it or not. I think it's kind of cool, so I keep it. Next up, this aircraft, like many until the 727 came on the market, none of the aircraft prior to the 727's arrival had an APU. They all had to have ground carts to start, be it both ground power, ground air, to get the engines going. So let's go ahead and connect them up. Then we'll show you how you had to start these beasts. And I'm using a good term there, folks, beasts. These were what we will call a working man's airplane. You worked in this plane. Today, you manage the plane. Oh yeah, you go through some checklists and all, but generally, once you throw auto on, guess what? You're managing. Plain and simple. Do we have enough fuel? What time? How's the winds? How's this? How you are not flying the plane. Battery switch to on. Ground power on. This switch doesn't work, but this one does, and I like to put it on external power. Excuse me. Oh, gotta love allergy season with the harvest. Love to hate it. All right, and then we'll go ahead and kick the air on. And that's about all you have to do here, folks. Now I'm going to go through here and I'm going to open this one up and turn our buses on. So that way when we fire up, all we got to do is get the gens on. All right, so we can go panel red or panel white. And basically you're seeing the lights are like right up here. Thought we could see them, but I guess not. Oh well. Hang on, put it back where we were. All right, and circuit breakers will turn up, and that's all we need. And really, that's all there is to this page, folks. The only other thing you can do, set your barometric pressure in here, if I remember right. If not, I am way wrong. You can put your cabin altitude you want it at 28,000. We'll run about right there, roughly 7,000. All right, back up here, we'll click that so it goes out. All right, we'll start from the top and work our way down, starting on the left side. So we'll just make sure everything's on. Let's see. Get the background lit up a little just in case it becomes night. It should not. Overhead panel up. Oh, that's red. Okay, that'll be fine. Coming down, make sure your spoilers and all are armed and guarded. Okay, coming down the middle. Again, there would have been a lot more. Seat belts are on. Arm it. And I don't, nope, there's no guard. So just move it one click down. And then put your lights on. I've put my nav lights on and my logo. Everyone's got to see the Pan American world. Come on. Okay, control stand. Light it up a little. Instrument panel red. All right, we'll leave that. Come down here. Everything looks good. Landing gear down, 3 green, spoilers down, flaps up, and they agree. By agree, these two are up. And before I go any further, get that to 2,000. Now we'll come up to standby. All right, so I think OBS is starting to catch up. Back to the grind. All right, Hawker, enjoy the day. We'll talk at you later. All right, real quick, let's zoom in on our, I know that wheel gets in the way. Sorry, folks. Let's pull up. Bear with me a second. I forgot to do one thing. Okay, there we go. And we click this in so I can monitor a couple things on the stream. And you know what? I ought to do that. Oh, really? Okay, there we go. All right, so what I was going to do is get our closest METAR, which is going to be Hong Kong International. We'll go to 1018, and your HEPA is up at the top here. And then we'll set this in a moment. Okay. And folks, we are basically pre-flighted pretty decently now. The only other thing I want to do is get our initial frequencies out of here. And then we'll go and get the flight plan set up. Yes, I know. What do you mean get the flight plan? We don't have an INS? Okay, why didn't you take that? There you go. All right. So there, and then we'll work on it from there. All right. So TD is 16 Uno. Then CH. $12.30. All right, that's about the best we're going to get on those. Now let me, you know what, I may just, maybe not. Come on, computer. XPlane12 with OBS. When I run it without OBS, folks, we're dynamite. With OBS on, man, I don't know who's grabbing what. Somebody's grabbing some serious system resources. Oh well. We'll do our best. All right. Whiskey will be 235. All right. I think that'll work. All right. And while we're here, you know what? So I don't forget, fire up that Acres probe. Yes, no, maybe. Of course, there's a new version. Every time I come in here, there's a new version of something. Okay, there we go, and the flight is started. That way I don't forget. All right, so I'm kind of lost where I'm at, folks. Sorry, it's what happens when things don't go the way I want them to. There we go. All right. So we're back. We're ready to fire up. Let me look at one thing. Is how just making sure SimAware. Wow. Nothing's online in Hong Kong? Wow. Well, it's about to be as soon as I can get something to turn here. Well, I don't like how that started. Oh, for crying out loud. Iowa Scotsman, how goes it? We, on the other hand, are having a very difficult time once again with OBS 28 and our good friends at XPlane12. Lord have mercy. Oh, man. Really? Come on. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is bad. This is the worst I've ever seen XPlane12 and OBS battling. I may have to turn this off. Hopefully once I get things pushed back, I can just tell OBS where to go. Well, I can't tell it where completely to go, but tell them you need to fix this because it worked fine in 27. All right, so that's finally back where it belongs, and bring that up. All right, so I am just go away, OBS 28. I don't even know what the heck's missing down here. Ooh. All right, we're having a really great start to this stream. All right, so like I said, we're going to go ahead, fire up engine number 3, to heck with it, and go. All right, so the beacon's on. Power's on, fuel. The nice thing, folks, is the fuel is already set, ready to go. I don't have to touch a thing. Other than, gonna warn you a little bit here. Thought I had a total tank. Don't think I do. But anyway, here's your center, your engine 2 and engine 3's tanks, outboard tanks plus their reserves. I think this... Don't go by this, folks, because it's in kilograms. That's why. Okay, now that all makes sense. Why it has to be in kilograms when back in the 60s when this plane flew, it was in pounds. Oh, you gotta love it. All right, so we've got everything up here. We don't have to worry about packs. And let's do it. The only difficult thing here in starting it, folks, is getting your eyeball squared away to where you can see both the starter and N2. So you may have to come out a little bit. Now, where's N2 here? Right down here. So when we hit the fuel, we'll just drop down here. Well, we can't do it that easily, of course. We'll get down to the fuel and get it running quickly. We can do it this way. I think we can see the fuel valves now. Yeah, there we go. All right. Here we go. Starting up number 3. Again, it's the second gauge up from the bottom. All right, there's 20 coming down here. Engine 3 fuel on. There's the EGT coming up. I know you guys are like me. If you're like me and you're in your 50s, you're going, hang on, let me get my binoculars so I can see that. Yeah, I know. You got to be way out. That is probably one of a very few criticisms I have of this plane. You also notice I haven't put my flight plan in yet because I want to get out of here and get in the air. I'll get that in a moment. All right, so we are up and running on engine number 3. It's all stabled out. We got one chore to do over here. Engine 3's generator is on. That means we can now disconnect from air and ground. And if it'll be so kind, we'll try to do a pushback with it. We had problems with this.
Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
We had problems in Reagan a couple days ago.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Okay, jetway's clear. Everything's closed. There isn't many doors that work on it, if any. So we're good to go there. Okay.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect. Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pens inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
We're going to go ahead and get number 4 going first, folks. Okay, we've got a good light off. Okay, we'll get the gen on. Did disconnect, right, folks? Yep. And all right.
Here comes the pushback.
Wow, he didn't say light them up. I wonder if that's because we're already got 2 lit up. Gonna watch this from here. Looks good. Now you're asking, why am I going up? Because it makes it easier to work this. And OBS has disconnected. Alright, folks. I have a feeling this is not going to happen in 12 today. Oh my goodness, this is just horrible. Well, the good thing is, folks, you're going to at least get it in the recording in its entirety. For OBS, I'm sorry, folks, that it cut out again. I don't know what's wrong with OBS 28. I have never had troubles till we went to 28. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the other engines going. We'll get this flown. I'm getting to the point where I'm not going to be using XPlane12 in this much anymore. Hopefully that's the only disconnect, folks.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting, so give me just a moment.
So again, folks, those of you rejoining in, I don't know what's causing these disconnects. I am going to say right now to OBS, 28 sucks. So, and if you're a creator for it, I'm sorry, I'm going to be very harsh. It sucks. So, hopefully you'll find a way to fix it. Because like I said, I had 0 troubles. And all of a sudden they update to 28 and I have mega troubles. Reconnects, the whole 9 yards. Disconnects, reconnects. I'm just flat out fed up with OBS and may have to look for something else.
Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Alright, thanks for flying with Mike, and folks, we'll try and stay out of the negative world here. I have no idea how many disconnects we're going to have. OBS is not even showing me troubles. I just don't get it, folks. So again, thank you for those that have come back. Those who have not, again, my apologies. And this will be up on a stream here shortly once we finish up the flight. Oh, I'm aggravated beyond belief with OBS. I don't know how you can release something like that and have it like this. Alright, number 2. I'm sure many of you Musfussers said the same with Microsoft. Alright, so there we go. All 4 engines are up and running. And I'll try to keep my aggravation to minimum over this because, oh, it's ridiculous. Okay, so we're... Alright, so we got the parking brake set. Just got to get one more gen on, and then we're, in essence, ready to go. Alright, and let me come up here now. Make sure we got that turned off, so we're on the bleeds. Bleed airs are open. One last look through the overhead. Alright, like I said, we have to set the GPS up. I know, y'all are going, there wasn't a GPS on this plane. And you would be correct, VHHX. That's fine. That's kind of funny. All right, well, we'll use it, folks. No big deal. Where is HSS anyway? I've got to look it up. And that's futile, I know. All right, it is definitely going to be futile. Yep. Good Lord. All right, so we're going to hopefully one day put up our... Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. I can't even use that because that won't help me. Dadgummit. All right, well, we are just not really able to do much right now, folks. All right, TD. All that just to get to this. Tongue lung, is that correct? Yes. Enter. Then what is the next one? Are you serious? Oh. All right, so from there, let's just keep it simple. I'm not going to come on VATSIM, by the way, folks, because of the issues here. We're going to be timing out left and right. They don't need to deal with that. They're trying to have a good day too, and I don't want to be the cause of them having a bad day. So we'll just blast on as we can from us. As soon as I get this put in. Hopefully I did that right. All right, and then Samus. And basically what I'm doing here, folks, is the same as you guys would be doing on your INSs, except you're putting in a long string of numbers. I'm putting in fixes. Wouldn't have had to had the Sims recognized Saitek anymore, but mine does not. Samus, S-A-M-A-S. Let's just check it. 20 Northeast 110. That works. Okay, and from there we'll go to Assad. But I'm not gonna, you know, say anything about the Sims not doing it, because I understand the airport's is no longer even there. It's a shopping mall, I think now, or something way, not an airport, that's for sure. Unlike Meg's, which kind of still has some of its airport characteristics. Then SAV. Those of you that said you should have done this before you fired up, you are 100% correct. North 16, east 108, enter. Then Rammy, okay. Then we're gonna fly to Ublad. BLOD, enter. And then Endu. Hey, we're at the end, folks. Not Endor. It's a place far, far away. Endu, perfect. Enter. Accept. And boom. Alright, we're keeping it simple. So outbound heading will be 136. Oh, you gotta love it. Not really, but it is what it is. Okay, and we'll dial this down. All right, folks, we are just about ready. Okay, well, we'll give this a try. And again, folks, if you were here before, please accept my apologies. OBS 28, and I'm going to only say it now, sucks. Hopefully they come out with OBS 29 and put it back to 27. Or better yet, just go back to 27. But yeah, I've had so many problems with 28 here of late that I'm to the point of, it's getting me to the point where I may not want to stream anymore. So it's really that horrible right now with XPlane12. Alright, so flaps, 20 degrees, we're going. And we're not going to be on VATSIM because it's going to time out too often. And like it did to us in LaGuardia, do it at the wrong time. in my opinion. There is no way to have a right time, I know that. So we're going to keep VATSIM off, not to, well, for one, just to keep the resources down, because it is obviously not liking something. Something's not playing right together, or just flat out OBS 28 sucks. So there you go, my hopeful last negativity about something here, and we'll get this airborne and hopefully things will get better. And if you're an OBS developer, sorry, but I'll tell you right to your face, it sucks. Matter of fact, I'm beginning to look for a different used client for my streaming because of how poor you are. Alright, so there we are, folks. We're at the end of the runway. Saitek Tower, Clipper-1, departing runway 13. Now, the real Saitek, I don't know if those buildings were there then. I'll be honest. I remember the videos. I believe that was the bay right there. So that may be, I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and watch some of the arrivals to the checkerboard. Also, there was a displaced threshold. And it looks like the runways aren't matching up on the scenery, so I don't know what's up with that. That might be XPlane12 to XPlane11, because this is an XPlane11 scenery. But yeah, things are kind of weird. But in the beginning, it did say things don't match up right here, so that could be it too. And there's the displaced, by the way. Alright, so, okay, we're seeing a little bit of problems here and there, but overall, the scenery isn't bad at all. Folks, Hong Kong is one of those they did do a lot of work with. Hong Kong, Tokyo, New York, duh. Washington, London, duh. Paris, they actually did more work with. St. Louis, thank you. But wow, I wasn't expecting that one. Frankfurt and Berlin and Rio. I think I missed one. But anyway, those are the big ones they beefed up in this one. They did a good job here in Hong Kong. Alright, let's get into cockpit final checks. Flaps are out, 20 and 20. Gear down, we're set, ready to go. Let's go ahead and get that radar on. Even though all it's going to do is glow for us. Here we go. Max power. Airspeed's alive, all gauges good, we're go. Rotate. Up with the gear. Quick flyby. Alright folks, so we are airborne. Hopefully our troubles are behind us and get some airspeed building up, flaps to 5, get them up by 200, then we'll get the autopilot going. Alright, we're going to go ahead and engage auto. And go to GPS. Down here, go to nav. See if we're tracking. Alright, well, that didn't work too easily, folks. May have to go ahead and activate up the next leg. Alright, well, let's get back to aviating here and not too worried about that. Let's punch. Bring in some airspeed. Okay, a little rocky on the takeoff, a little bit more nose down. Yeah, she's pistol today. Wow. Oh, come on, man. wing flex is way out of whack here, folks. I think the chrome on this, and I don't know if that's a little over dramatized too. You noticed it on the wings. So, but that wing flex is way overdone, in my opinion. I could be way off, but yeah. Where are we turning? Oh, that's why. Okay. Alright, so we're on course finally from Whiskey to Sikula? Sorry, folks. Other languages and me do not go together well. So if I butcher it, please accept my apology. Let's go ahead. Okay, there's 25. Again, we're going to initial this at 28. Anything easier to read over here? Nope. Okay, so we got a little ways to go. At 27, I'm going to bring it down to 1,000. 27.5 to 500 feet, and then click it to altitude hold. And again, for now, folks, I am not running with that sim in fear that we're going to really engage the wrath of OBS. But right now, it seems to be performing fair to partly cloudy. We'll see how that transitions. So again, folks, thanks for joining. Rocky start with OBS, as usual with XPlane12. And hopefully from here it can only get better. Give you a nice look at the Pan Am colors here. I think that wing flex is a little overdone, but I don't know if that's the guy that made the 707. I don't think so, because it looks a lot better in past versions. Or if XPlane has really moved sliders around inside the sim that we can't touch. Because that doesn't really, I mean, it looks worse on 767s and 737s. So, I don't know. That seems a little outdone there. So, XPlane guys, if you're listening, take a look at that parameter, because I don't know, that's a little too much. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know they, real world, bend those wings up to see where they must. That just seems way too much. But not an engineer and not a software developer, so. Oh, we blew right through it, folks. How about that? All right, let's level off at 30,000 and see how we do. Okay, there we are, folks. I'm going to get our speed stabilized up a little, notch 1, see if we can't get to 0.8. And we're in cruise for now. Okay, now there's 0.78. Flight plan called for 0.79. We'll see if we can't get that. And we'll get some music in the background, folks, but any signs of trouble, we'll head on, leave it from there. Really wish I knew what settings in OBS to change to get it to quit doing this. Oh well. I know another streamer had trouble with slobs, and it ended up being a very obscure, he was getting echoing, and it was kind of an obscure setting, so I'm wondering if that's part of my trouble. And that's sucky with OBS. If you've got obscure settings we can't find, that, yeah. Anyway, let's just put that in under the carpet and sweep it away and learn from this. Piece of good news out there, so we can get away from all this negative. I did get an email saying that I got a chance to bid on a slot for across the pond. I thought it meant I could bid on it right now. Not until Friday. I have no idea where they're flying. Really, from points to points, I don't know. So, oh well. We'll kind of see what happens Friday. But that's kind of good news, folks. So who knows? And maybe if timing and all comes together, and I will be honest and fair with Cross to the Pond, if I can't get started at that time, I will tell you I'll give up my slot. Because that's not fair for me to hold it and be late on departure. And I'm not meaning late because it takes forever for stupid XPlane or OBS 28 to work. I'm talking I can't make the time. Because I think this one starts. Well, I'm gonna have to look at it and see what time the slots start to get a feel of how this is gonna. Because I don't want to not be able to come on at that time. And then decide, will I be able to stream it or will I not? If I'm gonna stream it, it will not be XPlane12, folks. I will warn you ahead of time. As much as I would love, it will not be. These headaches with OBS 28 are way too much. XPlane12 seems to fly fine with it, so we'll just do that. Yeah, I just cannot, for the love of God, figure this out. That wing flex, I don't know. Just not sure where that comes from. Boy, does that look weird. Same with that chrome painting here, and I don't know if that's a setting I have or if that's, you know, within the plane. Now, right there, the chrome looks pretty good. I will honestly say, okay, I'll buy what you're selling me. It's just, you know, when I go to this view, a little overdone, folks. And sporadic, so I don't know. But, I mean, overall, the guy has done a phenomenal job. Bringing us a really good, workable 707 free. Granted, it's not a Dash 300, but folks, it's a great, I can fly this from, just so you know, I flew it from Honolulu to Tokyo, plenty of fuel. So, what's that, about 3,500 miles to close to 4,000? Can't remember. So, folks, I really didn't see a problem. Now, taking when he first made it, XPlane11 to XPlane12, oh yeah, we had troubles. Oh yeah. It wouldn't even make it from St. Louis to LA. But like I said, he has come along and he has updated it. As I try to get this to come up to give it to you, it's not going to. All right. If you do !720 Bravo, you will get it, folks. The link to it, and then you can install it. Oh my goodness. Oh. So, right now, folks, I don't think I'll be able to replay the landing. I full-heartedly expect it to crash to desktop. Crashing to desktop in this version? XPlane Laminar, if you're listening, let me tell you my tale. And believe me, I've thought about sending you a ticket on this. When I downloaded it, phenomenal. Went down, installed, probably done in 5 minutes, we'll say. Totally done, installed. Fired it up, selected an aircraft, an airport, all default. 15 minutes later, it finally loaded. Okay, it says first time along, it could take a few minutes. Okay, we'll give it to you. Once we loaded up and everything was there, I went ahead and shut it down so I could do a flight with the 727, which is not compatible with 12. I swear it took 15 to 20 minutes for it to shut down. I'm just like, holy crap. I'm not going to force a shutdown. And I was like, holy crap. Well, next flight up, boom, loaded just like the screen said, faster and all of that great stuff. Crashed to desktop on a second or third flight in XPlane12 Beta 6. And the crash wouldn't come up. It just kept spinning. And it was when I was going to do a replay of my landing. I ended up having to X out into a solo. So, if by chance anyone from Laminar happens to follow flying with Mike, yeah, I don't think Beta 6 is what you want to go with. And I'm sure everyone else goes, but I don't know where you're having those troubles. I don't have any problems. Mine's just fine. What's going on with you, boo-boo? So again, that's my experience. You asked for it when I bought this version. There are days I wished I hadn't. I'll be honest. I love what I've got here, folks. There are also days I'm not happy I have it. So, I'm going to be open and honest here, folks. It's what XPlane wants to hear. I'm not happy with what I've thankfully only spent in $60, $70 for it versus $200, $300 for Musfuss. And Musfuss not being all that great in the beginning, I'd have been really pissed. So, yeah. Now, Sistus Update 10, 2.5 years, 3.5 years, 2.5 years, I forget. Later, the weather is finally, at least for Hurricane Ian, and I don't mean to, belittle anything, at least the weather looked good. I mean, always the scenery looks good when you use Bing, and those guys that drive around in their little cars, of course it's gonna look good. But it's also not gonna look good on your computer because of what it does to it. But y'all love it. Great. Enjoy it. I'm not buying into scenery. I buy into flight dynamics. XPlane, you're known for that. Can we fix at least this flex wing? Or is that a development thing? Again, the 767 I have about the same. Zibo 737, I have not put the Airbus up yet, but I don't think it did. But again, that was Beta 5. That doesn't seem right. Hang on a second, folks. Interesting turn. Okay. So anyway, that's my negative here. It's really been bad here with OBS and XPlane. OBS 28 could very well be the problem. This has not worked at all with XPlane. It just horrible. I can stream 100% better with XPlane 11 than I can with 12. So whatever those developers did could also be hampering your operation. Just something to put in the back of your quivers. So, but yeah, I'm not even getting that I have an encoder issue. I'm just having an issue. I just don't get it. I am about to try something. I can't do it, I think, while flying. I got to do it on the ground. So I think I'm going to change a setting. And it's the only one I've ever changed on it. And that was way back. Heck, I don't know which version of OBS. And go back to it because this is just horrible. Or find something else. At least the clouds are a little better here. Not that egg carton look to them, but not sure what. Because I mean, we had the egg carton look. Was it LA to Boston last week in XPlane6 or 12.6 or? Can't remember, but the egg carton look was still there. I think it was Boston, LA, and Beta 6, so a little better. So hopefully, and I know they do cause troubles with mine, so I may have to adjust in flight. Alright, so we are level. I am going to hit that lav real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, folks. I've stepped away, took a breather, and we're just gonna go on as is until we get a chance to look at it. And that being XPlane or OBS 28.0.3. Hanslord, thanks again for the follow. We sure appreciate you coming in, giving us a try. Sorry for the disconnect that ended up reconnect. Anyway. Alright, so let's see if we can't. Let me take a look at the winds out here, if it will let me. Most likely may not. Alright, so to my briefing. Let me get down to the charts. Alright, that is 30,000. They've broken into two. They do here. Oh, I see. Okay. It's just I can't see that half. Okay. Where are we now on this? Samus. Okay. I think we're just gonna hang tough here and enjoy the ride. Just can't really see any hope that we get a better wind or anything like that, so we'll just keep at it. And I am going to try something and hopefully not plug in. Sorry, folks. Lower the quality of the clouds, see if that helps out any. I'm not seeing a help, but you never know. Wish I can. Getting 65, 66 frames now. Alright. Maybe a little better, folks. Hey folks, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. The CEO and wife here, I thought had something I wasn't sure I wanted to check in on. So again, sorry for that interruption. We are back on our way to Bangkok. We're not going to the new airport. We're actually going to the airport that would have been used by Pan Am back in the 60s. That is the schedule, Guardian Air. Oh boy. Hang on, how did I do that? All right, there. All right, so yeah, we've lowered the setting for clouds in XPlane12 in hopes of helping ease the system here as to what's going on. It doesn't seem to, it's got to be completely OBS 28, and it's a bunch of BS. OBS got it right with the last two letters in their name. BS. But again, if you type the exclamation mark 720B, you will get how to get a hold of this aircraft. Great plane. I enjoy flying the heck out of it. I think there's some problems with it, but again, is it XPlane12? Or could the developer look at it? And before I cast blame on the developer, this is a beta product from XPlane, so there's a possibility there could be they've overdone something on parameters that's caused the wing flex to look so horrible. Where Hawker 125 was flying something, and you could literally, how did he do that? Oh, he would climb and descend, and it would look like the wings were, you know, as a Boeing flapping to keep it in the air. So, little overkill on the wing flicks there, guys. It was funny to watch. So, that's my first thought I saw is, well, the plane is trying to fly. It's flapping its wings. And I'll be right back, folks. Just my wife's got a call. What you just saw, folks. Hang on, I'm sorry, I'll be right back. Alright folks, sorry for that little bit of lengthy time without me. Y'all are probably going, hallelujah, praise the Lord. We just got to sit and listen to music. Where's all the fun in that? Anyway, there we go again. There's that interesting cloud formation. That is so weird what these mounds look like in the cloud formations. You can see one down here too. I don't know if there's any more to the north. No, not really. I wonder what those are. Alright, now you saw me playing with some settings or looking for some... I was trying to find frame rates, but couldn't. It's kind of weird. I'll have to figure out what that short key was, because it doesn't seem to be there anymore. But yeah, this mound in the clouds is kind of interesting up in. Mind you, again, folks, you saw, what, about 10-15 minutes ago, we moved the slider on clouds to the middle in hopes of, and it did, it bumped frame rates up here. And how I checked that, the easiest way is just go to app tabs. Let's see what the map shows. So let it load in. Oh, look, it's all blue. Here's what's actually below us. Getting ready to come over Vietnam. Again, let you all see my settings there. But yeah, it's a challenging day here with OBS 28 and XPlane12 Beta 6. Don't know which one causes the problems, but one of them is, and it is what it is. I know at church we have a little standalone unit that we stream through. I think it's like 50 bucks, 60 bucks. I priced it once. I'm starting to wonder if I need to use that. So, and my laptop's useless. It won't. Now the other would be need to get my other computer up to snuff and run stream through it and see if that works. I just don't know how to do all that networking stuff, folks. I'll be totally honest. That's not a realm I ever got into with computers. The only realm I ever got into was... We're still on that. All I can tell you right now is we're 1 hour out of Bangkok. Oh, that must be areas that are covered. Okay, it's just not on. Okay. Phew, like, oh my, if I was on VATSIM right now, I'd be going over a lot of territory that's covered, but there's no traffic, which is odd. But looking at SimiWare, there is no traffic, except for about 3 flights into Ho Chi Minh and a couple flights south of Bangkok. Okay. Oh, by the way, folks, we are at that hump in the sky, if you, I'm going to call it that lifting of clouds here. A couple of them, looks like mountains out here. And take a screenshot. Make sure. That is really weird. Really weird indeed. That is definitely bizarre. Somehow in real life, I don't think the clouds would be like this. But who knows? I've heard of weirder things out there, folks. No adverse effects on flight around them, but I think I flew through one coming to Saitek a couple weeks ago. So, anyway, interesting stuff out here, as always. I can hear some of you going, let's see the cockpit. Did a really good job. It looks a lot like a 707, folks. Especially 120. Even back here, even though scale-wise, again, I don't know what it is, but when you look outside the plane, I don't know how much room this really took up on the plane, so but I think he's gotten everything here. Maybe there was some navigational stuff next to it, but because ultimately, oh, that's the actual wall. Ultimately, that wall goes down a little further. So when you look at it from the outside here, I'll give you an idea what I'm talking about. Oh wait, are we on the right side? Yeah. See how much room from here to the first door? See if we have the same thing on the other side. Maybe I'm just, nope, see. So yeah, you're coming in. Maybe that's all galley, I don't know. But anyway, it just seems like something's missing there. But again, great job. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and critique one, a free plane, and two, one that's done quite well. He took the time, he did it. I mean, to where it's, I mean, this is a really good plane, folks. I can't stress enough. I mean, it's really good. It's worth your adding to your stream if you like historical, or adding to your stream, adding to your hangar if you're looking to build up a historical fleet. So, great job, great job. So, my only concern, and again, it's that wing flex, folks. I don't know where that's caused at. If that's data refs that the developer has to work on, data refs that XPlane has to adjust, don't know. But that, of course, the pyramiding, I'm calling them pyramid clouds. I don't know if that's a meteorological condition that they haven't figured out how to model yet. If that's supposed to be like a towering thunderstorm cell cluster and they don't know how to put it together yet. Possible. Don't know. You know, actually, by turning that to the middle, clouds don't look that bad. They really don't. I watched one video on how, you know, this is where your settings should be. If you have a strong computer, if you have a medium computer, if you have a computer... Oh, man. Hang on a second, folks. Our contractor was just leaving. Sorry, folks. But yeah, the video was really, if you have a strong computer, settings should be like this in your graphics. If you're mediocre, here. If you're on a slow computer powered by turtles and gerbils, think about a new one. which I may have to. No, just kidding, folks. Hey, there we go. And that is because of the clouds. I'll bet if I go this way, I won't get that warning message. It's an encoder message. I don't have any to choose from. So I don't know what that means. Videos are great to a point, folks. And again, this will be because it broke into two pieces. Put together, well, it's not put together, it was recording. So we will have a video up on YouTube for the flight. The problem with videos, not live stream videos that you see on YouTube, but just videos. Mr. Video Guy, could you please answer a question? Can't do that. Got to ask in the comment. OP monitors comments and replies. Most do, some don't. So, in my case, I have no idea what's going on here. And who knows? Maybe it's Twitch. Maybe it's time to put Twitch behind me. I don't know. I hate to, with all the great followers that I have. Guys are awesome, the 233 that I have. I don't know. I don't know what's causing this, but yeah, that's the big thing with videos. But the good thing is you'll get this video in its entirety in the next couple of days. I don't know when it's going to be scheduled out, but we'll have it out there to you as quickly as we can on there. Because we had a blast, folks. This has been a really good trip aside from problems. There's two big problems with this flight, and it's not to do with OBS 28 or XPlane12. It's in the fact that the nav data does not recognize Saitek. And as such, you can't save a flight plan out of there. I can't even start a flight plan with VHHX. It's not recognized. Now that would be something awesome to see added in the flight sim world, but the services they use work from real world sources, and real world sources don't recognize that. SimBrief does, but not NavGraph in itself recognizing it. So that's the biggie, and of course with that then comes you can't do the SID, can't do any stars into it. SIDs being standard instrument departures, as in our case, stars, standard arrival, standard terminal arrival routing, or instrument approaches. You're gonna have to sort it, well, you're gonna have to wing it. Pardon the pun. And we got some pretty weird looking wings right here. But you can fly a VOR on it, come off CH VOR on that heading, have the checkerboard turn in, keep an eyeball on it. You gotta be visual, folks. That's the only thing here. You gotta be visual. They did it in the suit. So would love to have seen today's. Hey, have I tried Stream Elements? How Iowa Scotsman, as in their version of OBS? No, I have not. I actually have OBS Studio standalone download. I've been told that's better than both Streamlabs and Stream Elements OBS. Again, I'm not going to tell you if the source was credible or not. I have no idea. But they told me Studio was more stable. But I could give Stream Elements a try. Matter of fact, let me go up here to my Stream Elements saw you in here once. Where are you hiding? I saw him. Wait, was it over there? I have to look for that. Works well for you, huh? XPlane12 is the one that gives OBS 28 here a heck of a run for its money. And I mean, it outdoes it. It just walks right over OBS 28 and just, ugh. Now, the good thing is, other than the disconnects, you all don't seem to see or hear any problems. Me, on the other hand, is the one who sees them. I will take a look at that. I think last time I had these troubles, you said something about running it on a different machine as well. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, the wife has, yeah, off a second PC. Okay, well, I do have one. It just has no memory. That's kind of weird sounding. But anyway, I just don't know how to tie the two together or to be able to run it that way. I guess I'm going to have to go to Mr. Google and see what answers come from there. And get that up to spec, so it has memory again. Oh, that was funny though, folks. You had to be here. The wife has another meeting over Zoom. Zoom, and she's gonna take it outside, and the dog's like, oh, I know that's meeting time, and he's all bouncing around. You gotta see it, 140-pound Mastiff Shepherd, or as I like to say, massive Shepherd, just bouncing around because he knows he's going outside. Yeah, now with the hurricane moving, finally either dissipating or moving away, I can't really tell on the weather charts. It's nice to see our weather finally kicking in gear. Whoa, what happened to the sun? That's not good. Where is the sun? That was weird. NDI works great for connecting two PCs and a voice. Oh, the voice meter. I've heard about that. No, I don't have a hard one. I don't have hard. Folks, I am so bare bones here. You would be shocked this 57-year-old actually has two screens. And I'm not using my feet to power it. The gerbils are. They got to get exercise too, you know. Alright, so, yeah, I'm going to have to maybe look. I mean, I do have a perfectly good computer. Sorry, Hawker, I know I said something about you could have it, but I may want it back. No, I've got to first figure out how to do all of that, folks, so. Unfortunately, yeah. I am like most old people, and, I have a laptop here, but it's Windows 7. I'm running Windows 10, and I don't know the compatibility issue of running through it that way. And I don't think this laptop could do it. It's, good Lord, 5-10 years old. It's got some age. Matter for my goodness. Yeah, about probably closer to 10 years. So my wife keeps nagging at me, you need to get a new one. She's right. Mama's always right. That's how the house is always so good here. Mama ain't happy, nobody's not. But I'll tell you this much. One thing I will tell you, I think by lowering, this is going to really sound strange and goes totally against the one video on what your graphic setting for the type of machine you have. Now granted, he said for medium type computers to put the cloud selector in the middle, but he said in his opening dialogue through each setting that it is unacceptable. I'm like, this ain't really that bad. But yeah, I mean, these clouds are just, I mean, they're actually looking pretty good. I hate to say it. Well, I know, oh, where is my... I know Downwind Sim's in the neighborhood here, and I may have to chew a little bit with him, as well as with Hawker, and see about possibly getting on a second computer with this and making things work better, because it makes sense. If you put the stream on one computer, the flight on another, the flight has all the resources of that one computer, the stream has the resources of the other, and the two don't really pull from each other, except for my power bill, but that's unfortunate. You're going to get anyway. I am seeing the one setting that he talked about. I am seeing what he meant. That may have to go back up. Does not look like the ground is drawing that far. Again, it's XPlane12, and that could be a bug, so just doesn't seem to draw out as much. Alright, so that could be something I gotta look at. You know what? I can do that right now. Already done it once. Why not again? Let's go high on rendering distance. And watch my stream crash. That didn't help. Alright, let's see what it did to my frames. Now they're still pushing pretty good, so that's not killing it. Yeah, that's got to be a bug. Or just something going on with this flight. Or I'm expecting too much. All three, I think, are good. Alright, well, we're making the turn, so let's see where that puts us at here real quick. That's Sav, okay. Okay, next up is Rami, and let's go ahead. Right, Rami is 17.2. So, okay, we're not picking that one up yet. Oh, wait. I always get thrown here, folks. This one looks like we are picking it up. This one does not. Should be. All right, so we are picking up. All right. And like mini Boeing's, the hydraulics is right here, by the way. I know we didn't get to do what I was hoping to start off the stream with a nice cold dark startup, but we still did it. And I hope y'all go back to the beginning in the video. First stream video, if you're going to use it from Twitch. Like I said, YouTube, they'll both be together, so you won't even know, well, other than me complaining about OBS 28. That'll be the only way you know there was a problem. So. Alright, so I'm telling you right now, I'm kind of liking the clouds the way they are. What's that setting called? Cloud quality. I'm kind of really liking that, folks. I may have found a setting I'm happy with. All right, well, let me start looking ahead here, folks. All right, so Ndu, and I think there is some arrivals for Ndu. First thing I want to do is start pulling up some weather. Sigmet just south of the airport. If you're going into Suvarnabhumi, Bangkok, what is it? Hang on. VTBS? No, wait, is that right? Anyway, you're under a Sigmet there, so there's going to be some weather when we get there. We got light rain, few clouds, nothing instrument. And we're looking at winds of 060, so that's going to bring us up from the south to the north. Okay. All right, so from the south to the north, plan 3 left. Hang on, folks. Let me. And do 1B, I think, is what we're gonna do. And we will join ILS runway 3 left. He says cautiously. And we'll do the Zulu approach. Okay. Alright, y'all are going, what are you talking about? With the OBS troubles I'm having, folks, I am kind of limited in what I can show off here. Give it a shot. Hey, there they are, the charts. Alright, so like I said, we are going to go for As you can't see it. Hang on, do it this way. I didn't save it. Ah! Hang on, folks. My own stupidity. Thank you very much. Alright. So here it is. The Due 1B arrival. Actually, it's starting to draw out a lot further. That could just be I need to restart it. I think that might be the restart one. Okay. Due 1B. So we'll come off of Blood down to Due, come across to Plano, to Brent, Frederick, DM307 to Dotlu. Then we'll swing around for the ILS. Transition here is 13,000. We'll do the best we can, folks. I'll probably miss it. And your requirements are in this big block. So again, Due below 22,000. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of charts. And let's get our handy dandy GPS back up. Oh, it's Shift X, Mike, not Control X. By the way, folks, if you downloaded the aircraft that's on here, again, if I can't get it to work, which it looks like that's a possibility. Okay, let's try one more time. Nope, not gonna work. Alright, no biggie. Exclamation mark 720 Bravo, as in B. So 720B. That'll give you the information on how to get it for both XPlane11, XPlane12. This version updated, obviously to run an XPlane12, but 2, you don't have to add the GPS. Now, I added a 530 to my XPlane1 in 11. It's gone now because I have this. But, folks, either one works. So all you do is go to Procedures, select Approach, Enter. Wait a minute, I did it wrong. Go back to Procedures. How about Arrival? Enter. None. Huh. That ain't cool. Oh, wait a minute. Why is it? Whoa. I know why. I know why. Oh boy, was I silly, folks. Got to put the airport in here. I was in a hurry. Grumbly with the Mueang. Okay, accept. Now, this one I want to clear. Yes. Alright, so now let's pull up Procedures. Hey, look at that! We are on the 1 Bravo. It's 3 Alpha, I wonder. Oh well, not gonna worry about it. Enter. Transition Euclid. Runway tree left. Enter. Okay. Let's take a look at that flight plan. Blood. Motif. Hyano. Brent. Okay, now. ILS 3 left Zulu. Again, we'll check the flight plan. And Bro is our initial, then BD10, and the... Okay, everything looks good. Alright, now, to make our descent, below 22, we ain't gotta go far, so how far out are we? Okay, so about 20 miles from U-Blood, we'll start our descent. We're at 30, folks. We only got to drop down under 8. Yeah, I figure 40 miles out, we'll be under 22, and we'll hold up at, say, 10,000, and then work our way down. All right, so let's get rid of that, and we're ready to go, folks. Weather, again, 040 and 10, or 5. Variable wind, and again, no instrument conditions. I really am liking at least this run of it. I like these clouds. I'm gonna say they probably look XPlane12-ish when you're in the middle of the cloud quality, but wow, it didn't get rid of those cloud pyramids that we saw back a ways, but they sure look a lot, I'm gonna say a lot, they're looking better. But again, this is, I'm not getting any reports of heavy weather here, so we'll see south of Don Miguel, I think it's called, Miguel or something like that, airport here in Bangkok, the original international airport. See how it looks. All right, where is thou? Okay, so we're coming up on Rami, so we just crossed over Rami, or however you say it. So we need to set 13.7. And that's almost a 240, no. 262 heading, so we're just about to make that turn. Let's take a look at our fuel burn. Looking good. Again, everything's in kilos, folks. Now things make sense over here. Why? I don't know. But that's probably how the gauges are, so, you know, it is what it is. Makes a lot more sense to me now. Yeah, we might catch whatever's in that SIG. Let me see here. I'm going to pull up Sim Toolkit. Well, let's do this. Let's give it a try, folks. No guaranteed promises. Okay, there's the live map right now as we make the turn over Rami, whatever you want to call it. You can see, according to this, we do have some weather right here. There's our airport, folks. I do need to see how it's set up. Doing in okay, I know y'all are seeing this. Update my plan. And now let's go back to the live map. Yeah, I think we're direct U-Blood right now, and then we'll be the Endu, so we're doing good, folks. We're cutting, shaving a little bit here and there. I didn't get to. DB Vetter, welcome in. Shanshi's Boeing 72. Huh, I'll have to check that out. Welcome in, sir. All right, welcome to everyone. I hope y'all are having a grand day, and we'll look for that Shanshi's Boeing 727 cockpit PBR. Get it out yet? And instrument panel glass. Huh. Intriguing. Curious minds have to go look. Oh, wow. nice airport for it to come into. Is this John Travolta's place? Huh, I'll have to keep that page up and take a look more into that here. Makes it look nicer. I could see where PBR would help. I've seen it in others. Yeah, I saw that a bunch of stuff on it, so yeah. Let me get that some toolkit out of the way there so you all can see. But yeah, we'll take a look at it and see what's needed. But yeah, that would, make this look better. You're right. Because when I go into like the 767, it does give it a new look, a nice. It's the better look that I've ever had of a 767. Same with the Airbuses, but then I never flew the Airbuses over in Musfuss, well, not Musfuss, FSX, because I don't have Musfuss. Although XPlane12 is beginning to become like Musfuss, where you have to fuss with it all the time to make it work. So, but overall, I am really digging these clouds. Now, I don't like the little outlaw, whatever you want to call this around them, the blurring or whatever, jaggeding or whatever. But that's, I'm gonna almost, I hate to say it to you folks, I'm almost happier with it. And I can hear people go, blasphemy, blasphemy, it needs to be better than that. Shimmering, that could be, it is shimmering, yeah, but I see jagged edges, well, that could be, okay, that's just dirty glasses, but anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't know if that, though, has something to do with the cloud quality or if I need to bump up something else. Let's see. See, I've got anti-aliasing down. I could pull shadow quality a little more. Which one said I need to restart? One of these you got to restart, and I can't remember to get the full effect. And I'm not restarting, folks. Sorry. Although, the way XPlane or OBS is going, it probably wouldn't have been a bad thing. But no. Exactly, I know. And, folks, I've said this a million times now. When I watched another streamer stream into the hurricane on Musfuss, that was the first time I was ready to purchase it. Now, I'm not going to buy it, but I actually finally saw something that I finally liked in Microsoft 2020. The weather looked spot on. I mean, I finally, for a simulator in default settings, that's what I've been looking for. I'm just not spending $200, sorry. Nice try, Microsoft, not doing it. Now, XPlane, I know, is in their first creation of these, so, quote, quote, volumetric clouds. So it's going to take maybe 10 versions of it to come out to get it to you, because it took 10 for Microsoft in 2.5 years. Yeah, I didn't like streams on Musfuss because when it came to the clouds, I'm like, are you kidding me? You guys think this is awesome? That's crap. And that's why I never even would watch Musfuss out there. I mean, but then I saw that with the hurricane. Granted, the hurricane helps a lot with making, should make good clouds for you to see on your sim. and they finally got it right. Hopefully that collaboration, well, hopefully they can find a way to do what Musk did with their clouds, because I actually really like them in this setting. I'll be honest, folks, I'm actually, this is where it should have been from the beginning with me. They're not looking overdone or whatever, you know, someone put it in another word, not scaled properly. This actually isn't bad. And again, it's default, so I expect default to not look real, but yet not look like cotton candy from a kid. I don't know if that came out right. Anyway. Who knows? Who cares? We're just about to Bangkok. Oops. Alright, one more look outside. God, that's just... Now that's what I look at. Now granted, I didn't have had the fortune that most of my airline flying days was good weather. I didn't have storms to come into. I think I only had one, and it looks what I kind of remember out the window in this medium setting. So if y'all aren't sure about the clouds in XPlane12, try and back it down to medium. See what you think. All right, so we just now, I think, crossed U-Bolt, and I think we're coming down. Look at that. That is just, oh, I love that plane, folks. Yep, we're, let me go back from here. Minus, yeah, we need to start down. Go down to 22 minimum. Oh, wait a minute, we can go all the way down to 10. All right, going down to 10. As soon as I get rid of that, we're gonna snap over here, a couple clicks down, set about a 2,000 foot a minute descent. Pull the power back, folks. Couple more clicks. Again, we're just clicking. Okay, now let me kind of explain this autopilot. Okay. It's old world, folks. Old school. It's not easily understandable, but it works. It's all that matters. Altitude hold is all you have. You have vertical speed control up and down. This side down, this side up. And then you have your heading, navlock, GS. And I'm gonna keep coming back on the power. All right, we are now on the Due 1 Bravo arrival. We just gotta stay above 10,000 feet till piano. All right, so Hawker 125 is back. 5 minutes, sir. Great song in the country world. 5 minutes. That's as far as I'm going to go because I'll get gigged for singing. All right, let's keep it coming down a little bit steeper. All right, pull some more power back. And if you have to hit, this is a little tricky, speed brakes on it. I have found them to be As with the autopilot, to get it on the glide slope if you're in the suit, clicking over here sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. So you just got to kind of play with it. But it's a, you know, he's done a real good job. And we'll just kind of work around where we have troubles. But one thing again, folks, if you're having frame rate issues, if you're having troubles, you know, your lower end system, putting the clouds to medium like I've done on this flight, you know what? They look better. So you high-end machine guys, like that Hawker guy that has a, let's see, in his garage, I think he now has a Hawker, a PBY, and a 747. Oh wait, that's my garage for the 747. But anyway, so anyway, that could help. And I think the clouds actually look better. Mrs. Hawker, Jason wants a PBY and a 747 in his garage now. Oh, did I just hear a thunk of a frying pan upside someone's head? But I have to say, I think the clouds look better at a medium setting, but there's the overload again. Using faster encoding. What is it saying? Oh, this is going to drive me nuts, this strobing. Sorry, folks, and if you're prone to problems, please look away from the screen. I don't know what causes this, but I do notice it when the clouds come on like this. Let's look at frame rates, see if that's a cause for it. Now we're up in the 50s. Okay, well, I think if we're over piano already, we're in trouble. Yep, we are. Okay, we're going to have to go into a hold. All right, hang on. As soon as we get straight and level, we'll do it. All right, speed brakes. Okay, let's get that frequency up here. 1097. All right, 1097. Sorry, folks, again, for those prone to where strobing could be a problem for you, I have no problem with you all looking away or finding another stream. Because I don't know how to change it. Okay, so that's maybe something with the sim itself. Okay. All right, are we about wings level? Let me see where we are here on this descent. Actually, we just need to be below 8,000. We're going to do one turn. Alright, so I am going to take over for the moment. Okay, and we are going to institute a right-hand pattern. doing it. The hold's actually a Brent to make sure we're above, at or below 8,000. So I'm doing it at a pretty decent place. But now, let's again get ready for the speed break. Okay. All right, we're gonna swing back around. All right, now the problem is this is an RNAV approach, folks. So we're gonna have to get the GPS going again, so. Any speeds, 250, 220 out at Dolty, okay. Slow down there. Second here, I need another click on the upside, which is again clicking down anywhere. This side's down, this side's up. All right, I think we've got the altitude under control. We're below 8, and we just got to drop another 1,000, so we're good. Let's just make sure it rejoins. Okay, we're rejoining, so at Brent, we should be turning to 11, and then I'll slow us to 220. Okay, we're coming over Brent. Slowing up to 220. Because of the rain and thunderstorms, we've got the engine ice on. Okay, Ferdo, we're at 220, so we're good there. Lights are on. Radio set. Yep, I have to say, once you get into the clouds, they are really good. Alright, there's Ferdo, so let's come down to 4. Okay, so we got 20 miles. No, we don't. Okay, so once we turn adulty, I'll get us set back on to V-lock, and actually I might... Heading. I do miss the altitude select of the 747. Back some altitude that I wasn't paying attention to. Now let's make that turn inbound. It's 200. Out. We're going to maintain a little bit till I see that runway. Okay, that's neat. Showing up chart. look at this chart, folks, and I'm looking at this going, oops. Now, granted, we're not flying the published. Oh great, we are in the soup. Only thing I don't really like here, I don't know when I've got nav lock. Look at that. Think we have a nav lock. Nor glide slope. Yay.
Caution.
Alright, runway in sight. Alright, Bangkok traffic, Clipper-1, runway in sight, landing 3 left. Okay, I was aiming at a taxiway. Ah. Stable landing.
500.
engines. Flaps up. We'll get to the speed and all here in a minute, folks. We're going to clear up here, clean up the side of the hold line. All right, we are clear of runway 3 left. Let us see. Hang on, folks. Okay, let's get in here, clean this plane up, and let's find a parking spot while we're in. Okay, leave the anti-ice on to the ramp. Beacon back on, turn the light up. Go. Torpedoes can go off now. Alright, let's see. So I got an idea where we need to go. You know what? We'll just head down Alpha to... Actually, we'll go down Charlie to Gulf and work our way to the enter lane. Okay, I see where... Alright, got it. Here we go. Flaps are up. Alright, we'll go to standby. And again, welcome to Bangkok. Clipper-1 has arrived. Let's take... We better stick to our game plan. I'm gonna tell you this much right now, folks. That was pretty awesome flying over the city, even though could not figure out why the nav lock wouldn't lock. But once we hand flew it, we got right on it. So I don't know that problem. Let me get over here, see where we are. I want to go up Gulf and into this area, I think. Which I think is coming up. Oh, I just missed Gulf, so we'll go up hotel. So this area in here, let me just look where we're at. Okay, so we're coming up to Joliet. that. Okay. Let's go right in here. And you can see the jetways are messed up. As expected. Not sure what controls that setting-wise. Again, I really wish people that are on the development team at Laminar watched, but I know that's asking for a lot. I think I'm going to go this way. Well, let's see where we end up. Now, I don't think that was made for a 707. Hang on. Let me let you through there, Rampy. Gives me time to be nice to them and turn the lights off. I do have to say I like the terminals here. The terminals in XPlane12, the whole airport environment I really like. Easy, girl, easy. Are we downhill? Brake set. Alright. Welcome, folks. As I've said before, this is Bangkok. Alright, got those turned on. Now you gotta make sure you have those on. Now you can kill 3 of the 4 engines, folks. I always suggest 1, 2, and 4. Try it from over. But always keep 1 on. That ain't gonna work. Why? Because you gotta have that on to make this all keep, you know, power and all back there. Okay, external power on external, ground air on. Okay. And making sure everything looks good. Galley power can go off. Air's on, that's on. Now you can shut her down. This way you don't lose power, folks. External power. Okay, and there you go, folks. We are in good old Bangkok. No APU. And that's why, folks, you gotta have the ground power. You gotta have the ground air. The 727, when introduced, was the first aircraft to actually have an APU. Not sure if it was the 100 or the 200, but then the 707 got one after the 727. Now, where in the actual timeline the 120s hit, I've heard is after the 300s, which makes no sense to me, but could be. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to 707s back then. I kind of liked that little bigger one called 747. So, all right. So we're in. Let's block out of here real quick with the airline. Doink. And we'll file the flight. Should get an error. And we did. Let's head over to the flight. And let's go here. Probably have to log in. Don't. Go to reports and see if it got accepted or pending. You know, I could almost put something out. Oh, I have no. Dang it, I hit the wrong one. Oh, wow. It got accepted already, folks. Somebody was watching. Now, I'm going to leave this screen here. Go ahead and close out of that. All right. Let's look at Sim Toolkit while we're here. It's working a little better now. Amazing. Flight has been logged, completed, shutdown fuel has been saved. All right. So, 206, wow. Sim Toolkit recorded this aircraft's landing at 266 feet a minute. Now, I think, judging by the landing, because there was a bounce, I admit to my bounces. That gives me 2 in my logbook. I can go up here and say 2 landings. I think it recorded the second one because it was 66 feet a minute. It doesn't matter, folks. 125 might have been a little slow. Don't know. Because I really don't know the performance on the aircraft. Let's take a look, though. The precision runway is the right side, so really can't judge. Oh, yeah, I can. Yep, I'm outside the landing zone. Landing zone ended here, and I ended up here, which is fine on a... What am I on here? A 11,000 foot runway. We had plenty. Here's where you aim. Here is... Where is the threshold? Oh, it's still over here. No wonder everything's all screwed up. Oh, well. Anyway. Yeah, I thought I changed that. That's what I get for thinking, folks. Anyway. So there you go. You got the landing info. There we go. Sim Toolkit's out of here. We never got to connect with FatSim, but that was for their sake in that I don't time out on voice. So we did that into LaGuardia, and I was rightly ticked off. But again, it's playing with all of this. It just, ugh. But again, let me apologize to those that started the stream, came in, may still be lurking out there. I don't know what's going on with OBS 28 and XPlane12. I don't know if I've got a setting set way too hot over on 28 or XPlane's just grabbing way too much of my encoder. I don't understand it all. Would love to sit down with someone that knows what the heck they're doing with OBS Studio to see if I'm just set way out in left field, which, you know, being the loose nut behind the wheel, folks, that's always a possibility. All right, let's hop out. And let's see if the jetway works. It does. It's a good sign. Although I was expecting this one. I'm sorry, folks, I was. I really was expecting that one. Okay, so that's cool. At least the jetway works here. Let's go ahead and pull it back, since that looks really weird. And what we're going to try, fingers crossed, to watch the landing again. We're going to try. Usually when I do this, folks, occasionally it'll work. But in XPlane12, we've been having a lot of troubles, a lot of crash to desktops. So we'll kind of hope and pray here. First things first, let me go ahead and get rid of Sim Toolkit. Anything else that could be recorded? No. All right, so we're going to try it. No promises here, folks. Oh my. And look, all the jetways came in. Kind of sitting here for a second. See if the scenery will build in, because I really liked what I saw outside. Look at that, folks. Wow. I've never even looked at pictures of Bangkok except maybe the Amazing Race. Wow, is all I got to say there, folks. We're paused. Look at that. Wow. All right. Enough wow, ooh, and ah. Really? All right. Sorry, folks. Technology. Yeah, it was a nice ooh and ah there. Coming on the ILS. Out with the gear. Here is where I was lining up here, folks. Runway's here. Overall, not a bad approach. Just very high, very long approach. But, you know, hey, not bad, considering everything going on around. Okay, so that's this time. Let's go back and watch this again. Not a bad, that was a stable approach, folks. Once I got on my all those airplanes are oohing and awing. It's a Clipper. Oh my, it's a Clipper. The Hawker 125 views. That, folks, have to watch it again. see if maybe the tower. We're above it, so that's always good. Not bad. Alright folks, I want to say thank you all for flying with Mike today. We've had a blast as we land into this wet runway here. As you head off, as our flight crew has been saying, we thank you for flying with Clipper Air today. Hope you all have a grand day, and God bless you all. We will be back flying again tomorrow. Probably the Airbus Airbus 319. And I look forward to that flight. I hope you all have a great day, and God bless you. Listen to the advice and accept instruction that you may gain the wisdom in the future. Many are the plans in the mind of a man, but whose purpose is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. Well, it's a great proverb. Always good to read a proverb, one of the chapters every day. So God bless you all. We'll see you tomorrow. And thanks for flying with Mike. And as I said, folks, we do plan to stream tomorrow. Hopefully, well actually, I don't know. We might be in XPlane12. We'll see. But hope you all have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.